White people, unfortunately, just don't want to talk about these issues.
Yeah,
they don't know what it's like to be black in
care.
America. When you've got Tim Scott, a conservative Republican African-American senator from one of the reddest states in the country, South Carolina, getting on the Senate floor and saying that he has been stopped repeatedly because he's African-American.
7 times in 1 year as an elected official.
That tells you something's wrong. He's not exactly a lefty or a race baiter.
As white people, we don't get to declare the end of racism. How do we know racism is still a problem in our country? African Americans have 5 times the incarceration rate of white Americans, 3 times the poverty rate of white Americans. For every $100 of wealth white Americans have, African Americans only have $5. Now, all too many white people, whether they say it out loud or not, believe that these horrific statistics are due to some immutable deficiency among African Americans. They're obviously glossing over the reality that black people are not just the descendants of another American immigrant group. Only African Americans were subjected to 250 years of slavery. Slavery in the country that extolled itself as the exemplar of freedom, democracy, and decency. And then when the 13th Amendment was finally ratified, for the next century, African Americans endured heinous oppression, wanton terrorism, incessant humiliation, unceasing marginalization. Had any other subset of the American population been a product of that sordid racial history, if any other group was still mired in the vestiges of that oppressive system, no rational person would ascribe its relatively disadvantaged status to a lack of ability or will. Our enemies could not deploy a more effective weapon in our country than the racial situation that we have right now.